Hello and welcome to this special edition of the Weekly Geek, where we are going to talk about
Game of Thrones Season 7.
Yeah.
Like a general roundup, and you can't see, but I'm doing the fingers.
Absolutely, yeah. So season 7's just finished. It's been quite the season.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, hasn't it?
It has. Overall, are you a fan? Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I was at the edge of my seat, definitely not downloading illegal copies as
Absolutely
soon as they were
not.
leaked.
No,
'cause
God,
I couldn't
good
wait.
Lord, no. Absolutely not. How many heart attacks do you think you had through the entire?
30 a second per
Yeah.
episode.
It was just constant.
No, literally, I don't do it for many things, but curled up with my girlfriend in bed, holding each other for certain parts, like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
They're going to die. Yeah, they'll
Just
die.
so many moments, and we're going to go through some of those moments and some of the characters in a minute. But yeah, it's the first time in a long time that I'm watching it on my own and I'm squealing.
Yeah.
And like physical movement and everything, just like so excited, nervous, shocked, happy, every emotion.
Yeah,
in
all
the
of
world.
the emotions
Yeah.
in one. But winter has definitely now come.
Absolutely,
So now
yes.
it's time for the post-coital cuddle
Yeah.
and cigarette.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go over some of the main characters and what happened with them and where that's going and so on. Get some of the naff ones out of the way. Get the most naff one out of the way, really. Jorah.
Most naff, Jorah the Explorer.
Jorah the Explorer.
Captain Friendzone.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I love Jorah.
Yeah, I mean, he's fine. I don't think he had a lot to do this season.
No, it didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
It was one of the... Well, sure, we'll get to flaws of the season later.
Yeah,
it was
we will,
one of
yeah.
the flaws of this season was certain characters didn't quite get enough time
Screen
code for
time,
me.
yeah.
I wanted a bit more...
Yeah, they reduced it down to 7 episodes. I think they wanted 9.
Yeah.
But HBO just like, no, less than that.
Get it done.
Get it done. So it has felt rushed, and we'll talk about that in a bit later. Yeah, but Jorah, I think, lost a lot of like you say, screen time this season.
Yeah,
And it's been a shame.
I mean, he got the nice scab touches.
He did, yeah.
That was disgusting in every way.
Yeah, I mean, the Sam in the school thing. That was the most horrific that Game of Thrones has ever been.
Yeah,
I think.
where he's emptying all the chamber pots.
The first one where
and
he's
going
emptying-
chamber pots into pies.
Yeah.
And you're like...
That was actually a gag moment.
It was.
And
It
I mean,
was.
Game of Thrones gets a lot of stick for being gross. That was the most gross thing ever.
Yeah, it was.
And then the following week, we had the close-up of the peeling of the scabs directly cut into eating of chicken pie. And it was just, again, a real gag moment.
It really was.
Disgusting.
And this is the show where we've seen pregnant women getting
Yeah.
stabbed in the stomach to death.
Dudes getting
And I'm
castrated.
more horrified by the scab.
Yeah. The pie made me sick.
Yeah.
So but stuff like that, amazing. I will say, possibly my favourite element to the whole of this season has been the characters of Tormund, Bronn, the Hound, and Davos, just for the pure banter.
Yes, I 100% agree. I think it's one of the plus sides to them going off script, if you like.
Yeah.
Because they haven't got the books to follow as closely, so they're writing in this. It's quite modern.
The dialogues
Yeah,
feels
quite
fresh,
modern
doesn't
dialogue with it, and it is really, really nice and refreshing. I'm absolutely loving Tormund and the Hound as they were walking beyond the walls.
Yeah.
Oh, Dick, I like it.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, just so good. The Hound as well, in that last episode. I mean, he's had a great arc throughout the whole series, to be honest.
Yeah, he
but
has.
this last season, meeting up with Brienne, like you say, meeting the Hound and stuff. Just the dialogue between him and everyone really is always so goddamn good and
Really snappy and to the point. Isn't
and
it?
like
I love it.
that final meeting between everybody, all the big players in that last episode. No delay. You just walk straight up.
Yeah, straight up.
And then straight out again.
That
You're
was
like,
great.
"Whoa,
You're as
dude."
ugly as me now.
No
You're
one
like,
would do that. That's some stones.
I thought it was
going
to kick off right there and then.
I mean, that's one of the big things that everybody's kind of waiting for, isn't it? Clegane Bowl.
Yeah, Clegane Bowl.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good point though, because it shows that he's just not scared of his brother. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He is scared of his brother in a way.
It's deep rooted, isn't it?
Yeah, but he will stand up to him, and he's the
Yeah.
only person who will.
I did like his moment as well with the zombie polar bear. where he couldn't fight it
because it was all on fire and stuff, and he was just terrified.
Yeah, just again, just a little touch, and it's so perfect for him.
Well, it's a character who's really strong with some major flaws.
Yeah,
and, you can't have the perfect character with no flaws. It's just Mary Susan, and it's
exactly
it's gutting. But when you have somebody who has proper flaws that you can especially relate to, being terrified of certain things, but.
One of the big things about all of it really is that they're all morally grey. Every character, apart from maybe Jon Snow himself. Yeah, but everyone else is kind of not quite sure where their allegiances are. Whether you might like them on screen, but would you like them? Yeah. So that's it's just remarkable. And Davos, what a boy is Davos! The whole when the Dany and Jon Snow first meeting, and she gets the big
she gets that massive list.
He's King
Jon
of the
Snow,
North.
King of the North.
There you go. It's just, again, I don't want to use the term bants, but the bants has been amazing.
Yes.
For all of those.
100% agreed.
Tormund and Brienne needs to be a thing. I want to see giant red-haired babies.
Yeah, giant monster babies.
Yeah, I want that.
They'll be monsters.
But I'm really looking forward to seeing a proper reunion between Brienne and Jaime as well.
Yes,
talking about her.
Yes,
she's another one.
Amazing. We'll get to that later. That was in the very last episode, wasn't it? But we will get back to that.
She's another one as well that hasn't had a lot to do this season. Brienne.
No, she hasn't. She's kind of been. I thought she was being sent to a death.
Yeah, I did as well.
And when they sent her down to King's Landing, because I thought that was a fake Raven kind of thing. It's like we need to get rid of Brienne because she's going to upset things. So let's do this. And I thought they'd just capture her and kill her. I was like, oh, that's a really rubbish way for Brienne to go out. Yeah.
Also, again, talking about that sort of element is the reunion between her and the Hound, where they're talking about Arya.
Yes.
Just
kind of proud parents.
Proud parents of a psycho child.
Fantastic that was.
Yeah, really definitely. Good. So let's talk about the Starks then, Stark sisters.
I mean, obviously spoilers. We should have mentioned this a while ago, and we started. Definitely spoilers for this. It's a catch-up of the whole season. But I was really happy at the end. The last scene they had. But for the whole season, I was incredibly frustrated. Yeah. Really annoyed. I'm like, why have they written them like this? Because they got together when they first met and she got back to Winterfell. Yeah. I thought that was really cool. They didn't believe it was her. And I was like, oh, we should just going to run off now.
Yeah.
No. I was so close to this reunion and we're never going to get it. And then we did get the reunion and it was quite nice.
Yeah.
And then
it was a bit touchy-feely at the moment. And then she did go in for the hug the second time. It was like, oh, nice.
Yeah, it was nice and it was heartwarming. And then they spend 6 episodes or whatever hating each other.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, for God's sake.
Now, my fear was with that, obviously I was hoping that it was all going to be a bit of a play on Littlefinger.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem that way. And my fear was that they were going to do the same as they did with Arya in Bravos.
Yeah.
When everyone was going, oh, is she being cleverer here than she looks? Oh, actually, no, she's not.
Yeah.
And it just turned out to be quite bad writing, I thought.
Yeah.
And I had a horrible feeling they were going to go for that again. So the moment when they said, you're being charged with treason and murder, Littlefinger.
Yeah. That was great. It did kind of justify a little bit, and it made me feel a little bit better about it. But it still doesn't take away how frustrated I was.
I was really getting cross with it. And it just felt really forced and unnecessary. And of course, the season kicked off with Arya killing all the Freys.
Of course, yeah. You know what? That feels like such a long time ago.
It really does. 7 weeks ago. And
that was fantastic. No, I thought it was a little bit overkill, if I'm honest. As in, she killed Walder Frey, and that was cool. And that was like the last scene of that season. Wasn't it? Then to open the next season back up with her just killing the rest of them.
Let's just kill. Yeah, I know. I like it.
Could have got that all done before, really.
No, I think as an opening to a season, you couldn't really ask for more.
Oh, okay.
This is Arya on a mission. She's not just wiping out Walder Frey, she's wiping out the name.
The phrase,
they've gone now. See ya.
I am a little bit disappointed that hasn't been mentioned.
Yeah, I'm kind of assuming that it will get a
No
nod.
one's gone, where are all the Freys?
yeah.
They're all gone and dead? What?
What happened to them? Obviously, she did say at the end, after she'd killed them all, she turned to the young girl who she'd just stopped from drinking the wine and said, when anyone asks what happened here, just say winter has come. Don't mess with the Starks or something.
Yeah.
So it's going to crop up.
Yeah, I hope so.
I assume John is going to at some point go, by the way, did you do the phrase? Yeah, that was me. Yeah, totally did that.
High five.
Yeah, man. So that was all very cool. Like you say, ultimately, that situation resolved itself between Sansa and Arya, and I'm happy with that.
Yes, definitely happy with that.
I think it still sucks about Nymeria, the wolf, the dire wolf.
I was so excited when that wolf turned up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they are actually going to run with that storyline.
Yeah.
That's going to be so brilliant. And then it disappeared. Talking of wolves, where's Ghost? Did
That's
Ghost
in
die?
my list of
Is that in your
complaints.
list? Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get
it
to that
is.
later then.
But it does suck about Nymeria. It does suck about Ghost. I can understand why they've done it. I like that Nymeria is there,
yeah.
is in the story.
Yeah,
and is no doubt going to come back into it.
I hope so. I really do.
I can't see it not. I think if the wolf wasn't going to, they wouldn't have included
They
it.
wouldn't have done that in the first place.
And
yeah.
obviously in the books it seems that she's basically roaming the countryside with a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
They can't afford that.
No,
They
I suppose
can't.
So. They
So-
can't afford to show all the time. But maybe in a battle.
Exactly what I think, yeah. There's going to be a moment where
could turn up,
Arya's
they
about
could
to
be
get destroyed in some way.
Yeah, and they've got to show it because it's
Yeah.
foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing the same way they showed
Yeah.
the undead polar bear.
Yeah.
All that was foreshadowing for was the dragon.
Absolutely,
to
yeah.
show that animals can be brought back as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, it does suck about Nymeria, but understandable.
Yeah.
So, obviously, that leads us straight onto Littlefinger.
It does. He got little fingered so hard.
I mean, I am genuinely going to miss all the Littlefingering shenanigans.
I am a little bit, but I am kind of glad he's really got his comeuppance. Like,
Yeah.
he really got his comeuppance as well.
Yeah, it was
That
such
was
a
great.
beautiful moment. Like you say, all that frustration about the characters and the narrative itself, and then suddenly, just all it took was 2 words.
Yeah. And it was that smug look he had as well in the cold
Yeah.
area, and he's just stood there all smug.
And he's so good at that, isn't he?
He
Is
is,
his name
yeah, yeah.
Aiden, whatever his name is? Just such a good actor, I think. Just
Yeah, and he seemed to have picked an accent as well.
Yeah,
but
well,
by the
towards
end of
the
it, so that
end,
was
yeah,
quite
that was nice.
Yeah, he got there.
And I thought I was like,
Aidan Gillen, sorry,
that's it,
that was
Aidan
his name,
Gillen.
yeah.
It's also very good that he's dead as well. I think thematically, it kind of really drives home the point that the politics is over. Political shenanigans are done with now.
Yes, I think Jon Snow put it right when he met Daenerys for the first time. It's like we just look like children. This
Yeah,
is all
none of this
child's play.
matters.
None of this matters
Yeah.
at all. And yeah, it really does put a full stop to that.
Yeah. But again, and it's kind of testament to how big and important and powerful a character he was, that it took the 2 Stark sisters and Bran, the omnipotent,
Yeah.
to take him down. A faceless man, a faceless assassin, the Lady of Winterfell and Bran,
Yeah.
to take him down. Just
Yeah.
incredible. Just really well done.
But,
he had such a good arc overall, I think.
Totally, yeah. I do like Littlefinger, and
Yeah.
at one point I was kind of rooting for him.
Yeah, I've kind of wanted to see him on the throne just a little bit.
Yeah, when he was in King's Landing talking to Bald
Varys,
man. Eunuch man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Varys, yeah, sorry. And he's telling this like story of like downtrodden, and,
Yeah.
and
chaos is a ladder, and
self-made man and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, you know what? Actually, I can get behind that.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think he did bit off a bit more. I think it should.
He did. You should never mess with the Starks, basically.
No,
that seems to be the case.
And he did start it all as well.
He did. He was the cause of it all, yeah.
I mean, if he hadn't stepped in, Ned Stark would have won in that
Yeah.
first season, and he would have given power back to who it was right.
He was the one that gave the knife to the assassin to kill Bran.
Exactly.
And that led to Catelyn
Yeah,
trying to arrest
yeah.
Tyrion, which led to the war,
Yeah.
ultimately. So it's all down on him. That's now done and dusted. Obviously, the fallout from it's still carrying on now. But yeah, just brilliant stuff. Really well done. And yeah, let's go on to Bran, and we just mentioned him.
But before we do go on to that, do you reckon Arya's going to be taking his face?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And doing
She's not going to waste a face.
No, you don't waste a face.
No, you don't waste faces. Yeah, no, I mean, I assume we'll see her at some point in King's Landing with Cersei. I don't think she'll kill Cersei,
No.
but I think that'll fall to Jaime.
Yes.
But ultimately, yeah, the face will be seen again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which would be nice again. Great
Yeah.
for the actor. I'm dead, but still in it. Whoa, give him that check. So let's go on to Bran.
Yes. Bran, the ultimate awkward moment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's creepy and he's weird, and it's kind of cool that he is, but he's a little bit too creepy, I think.
He is a little bit. I mean, I get that he's kind of given up who he was and all this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he didn't have to say that to Sansa, did he?
About the wedding night.
You look beautiful that night. Yeah, you look beautiful that night you were raped. That's great. Why don't you say something nice?
Nice, yeah.
Yeah,
but again, you know,
that
really does hit home, drive home the point that he is not Bran anymore.
Yeah, true.
And, he says that a couple of times, I'm not Bran, I am the Three-Eyed Raven. What that actually means, we're not sure. We did get a bit of clarification in that last episode, actually, that he can see the past and the present, but can't see the future. I kind of assumed that he could.
Yeah, I kind of thought he could as well. But what was really interesting to me is he's not all-knowing and omniscient in that sense. He can go and look at stuff in the past if he knows where to look.
He's literally the internet.
Yeah, when Samwell Tarly told him that piece of information, he was like, right,
I can check that.
Citation needed, so let's just go and do a quick check.
That's Bran Bruegel or something.
Yeah, I love that as well with Sam meeting Bran.
Yeah.
I'm the Three-Eyed Raven.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Again, Sam, brilliant. Yeah. Again, great meeting as well. I'd like to see those two hang out a lot, quite frankly. Some of these characters are so good.
He could be pulling the new sled, you know what I mean? He's big enough.
He could be. He's a big dude, isn't he? So, yeah, happy with that. I don't think there's much to say more about Bran. He didn't get a lot of screen time, did he?
He didn't really. I think they could have used him a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'd like to have seen some more time travelling. I'd like to have seen some more young Ned Stark. Just because I like Ned Stark.
Just Ned Stark's cool. I will be talking about Ned Stark in a bit, actually, because, he was one of the most important characters in this season, despite not being in it since season 1.
Yes, very true.
But we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's get through some of these. A bit naff ones. Benjen Stark.
That was a waste.
That was a waste, wasn't
it? Yeah, it was. I thought that would come to a little bit more than that.
I kind of want to see him go to the wall at least, and be part of the watch again. Or something,
kind of lead the watch against the fight.
What's he been doing?
Nice. Just milling around, catching some rabbits. And,
we've had no explanation for his character.
No, not at all.
His storyline.
That was one of the things that felt a little bit rushed about this season. Was Benjen Stark.
We'll definitely be talking about the pacing afterwards because that's been one of the big complaints. So we'll get to that in a bit. But let's go through that. The Sands.
Yeah, man, that was pointless.
The Sand. Girls.
That was really disappointing because you were like, "Oh, Dawn are going to get in the fight. They're going to fetch their army right now. I'll be right back to you in a minute. I am going to smash your head in. I'm just going to go and fetch my army, and they're all dead."
Again, I'm not going to talk too much about them because I want to talk about them in a bit later because I think there's a problem with the show. Just kind of they reflect it really well, but some other people do as well. So I'll get to that in a bit. So we've talked about Sam as well. So my favourite actor in the entire show so far, 100% has been Alfie Allen, who plays Theon.
Yes, I do agree, actually. In this season,
moment,
he has absolutely nailed it.
There was the point where his sister, where Euron had the knife to Yara's throat.
Yeah.
And you physically saw... Nothing was said. Theon said nothing, but you physically saw him turn back to Reek.
Yeah.
The fear, just that he was looking around, seeing all the pain and the suffering around him. And he just bolted.
And he's gone. Yeah, got to run. Got to
go. Incredibly done. And even in that last episode, talking to John, you could see Reek there as well.
Yeah,
it was just
kind of
so
cowering
good.
in front of somebody who's like on top, kind of thing. Has got control of who they are, and he's always had this identity problem. Explained in the last one, is he a Greyjoy? Is he a Stark? Obviously, we all know, is he Reek as well?
Yeah.
But what is that? You know what I mean?
And
it'd be quite nice for him to start a new house. You know, I was thinking this while I was watching it. You got the Karstarks.
Yeah.
And I thought, why are they called Stark? And it's Karstark. Is that like a join of the two families? Maybe like a Greyjoy Stark. House, you know what I mean?
I think he's going to play an important part, I think. I really do. I think he's going to get Yara. I think they're going to cause some damage.
Yes.
But how that turns out...
Because they haven't actually... I mean, I suppose they brought Daenerys across the...
they've kind of done their job, haven't they?
They did a good thing. But I'd like to see him get the teeth stuck in and get a bit of revenge.
I mean, he's done some good redemption moments already, like saving Sansa.
Yeah, true.
And stuff like that. So he's kind of done... I not want to say everything that he could have done, but he could have died then, and that would have been his redemption.
Yeah, and I would have been happy with that arc, definitely, because he got his redemption.
So it's going to be interesting to see.
I do think my prediction would be that he will die saving Yara. I do think that's definitely going to happen. But he'll redeem himself in doing it.
That's definitely on the cards, isn't it? Redemption is so key to this goddamn show. It's unbelievable.
It really is, yeah.
So, I really want to talk about this. If we're talking about characters, the dragons.
Mate, they are fantastic characters.
Aren't they,
are they not, though? They are absolutely fantastic.
Well, Drogon is.
Yeah, the other two, I suppose, do get a bit of a hard...
they don't get a lot of love, do they?
They haven't really got the same arc that Drogon has.
There's no... I mean, Drogon seems to have a bit of a character to him.
He's gone through that Pokemon Charizard. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to fall asleep at the Pokemon League finals. Anyone in the 90s who watched Pokemon will get that reference.
Yeah.
But, now he's kind of there and with it, and yes, let's smash some stuff up.
Like, Viserion's dead, obviously. I didn't really... Okay, it was a shocking moment. It would have been more shocking if I'd had a bit more screen time with that dragon specifically, maybe.
Very true.
But yeah, the dragons overall, the loot train attack is probably my favourite moment from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So far.
It was so unexpected as well.
Yeah, came out of nowhere.
You just hear the hoofs on the floor kind of thing. You're like, it's going
and then
down.
The dragon, and I mean, they did. Battle of the Bastards was obviously the big battle that we've had so far. This one I think was better. Just because it had a dragon in it as well.
It was a lot more tense. Battle of the Bastards was very, very tense at one point, definitely. But I think it was the fact of there was a clear enemy in Battle of the Bastards. We all wanted Bolton to lose.
True.
That everyone wanted that. But in this one, there were key characters on both sides, and I wanted them all to live.
Yeah, I wanted them all to win.
I mean, weirdly, they all did live.
They did, yeah.
Some people lost, but I think that was very cleverly done, that they built the tension that way. You're like, oh, don't die. Oh, no, you don't die either. You know what I mean?
Like the way that they filmed it as well, they've obviously got it down now. They did it with Battle of the Bastards, and they did it again with the Battle of the Loot Train. They pick a character, in this case it was Bronn. In the Battle of the Bastards, it was Jon.
Yeah.
And they follow them through the battle.
Yeah.
And that moment with Bronn...
Being chased by the
Dothraki, taking it on, and then taking on the dragon.
Yeah.
That's it. That's gold right there. That may... that's the finest moment on television I've seen this year.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I 100% agree. Especially as Bronn, he's one of my favourite characters.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore him.
Because he didn't go to fancy lad school.
Yes. I love him.
I love him. That moment when the dragon and Daenerys were going towards him and he was sighting it up, and I was like, I don't want any of these characters to die here.
I was just sitting there just shaking like, how do they get out of this? What Deus Machina can they bring in? What are they going to... Oh, it's Bronn!
Yeah. Oh my God. I just, overwhelmed by how cool it was. It's definitely the best moment for me from all 7 seasons, I think. Just remarkable.
Agreed. There was that... Because a lot of people are talking about, obviously, the penultimate episode for this season, where you've got Jon holding out on that little stone kind of thing, and that was a great scene.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was very predictable.
Yeah,
I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
I didn't know a dragon was going to die.
No, didn't see that coming.
But I knew people were going to be saved. I knew who was going to be doing the saving.
Yeah.
But with the Battle of the Loot Train, it was, as you said, totally unexpected, unpredictable.
If Jaime had died, I wouldn't have been surprised. If Bronn had died, I wouldn't have been surprised. I'd have been a bit surprised if Daenerys had died.
Yeah, I would have been surprised, but
I would have taken it.
But because they've built this lineage over the last 7 seasons of killing main characters off, nothing is out of the question at
Absolutely,
this point.
right, yeah.
So
that was definitely amazing. Absolutely loved it. And you just mentioned the battle beyond the wall as well. Again, great to see. I mean, we saw like the Westerosi Avengers, basically, all the X-Men going off.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad.
And just we mentioned the banter earlier between them all was just top notch. One of the criticisms lots of people have said is about the time scales. We'll probably talk about that a bit more as well. And I think that moment there could have been a really good moment to address the time scale issue.
It could have. I mean,
it would have taken.
I think if you paying really close attention, the point where Jon leaves Winterfell and ends up in that battle, I think is meant to be a month.
Yeah, there's some time past there. They're just not showing it.
Yeah.
And I think it could have taken. All it would have taken is one line of dialogue for someone like the Hound to just say, "Christ, we've been here for 3 days now.
Yeah."
We're going to run out of food or something," and then Just carry on.
But
Nothing.
at the same time, with them sending Gendry back running, I felt it quite nice to know that maybe they actually didn't get that far, and the Army of the Dead is really close.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's why it was so quick.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
I was more concerned with the time it took to get the message to Daenerys.
Yeah, the
and then
Raven with jets on its back.
Yeah, right. I mean, again, all that would have taken is literally a line of dialogue.
Yeah, very true.
You know, we've been here 2 days, 3 days, whatever.
Yeah.
But that was a minor gripe for me. Euron Greyjoy, the Mad Pirate King.
I am really satisfied by his character.
I am as well. I'm really glad you said that. I was waiting for you to get really like, oh, I hate him.
No. I really like. He's just all the Greyjoys are really like West Midlands based,
Aren't they? Yeah.
Kind of. I don't give a crap what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I want to say, and if you don't like it, you can lump it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I love that kind of salt of the earth, but it's still quite, for lack of a better word, an asshole.
Yeah.
But he's really likable at the same time, and I don't know
He
how
is.
he's so likable.
He's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the bit where the part where he's like goading Jaime.
Yeah,
Lannister.
but he's doing it in the throne room in front of
Yeah,
all these
in
people,
front of
and the
everybody.
Queen's right there.
It's just brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like you say, yeah, breath of fresh air. He's been a really nice inclusion. I was really, again, just so shocked when in the last episode when he just got up and left.
yeah.
I was just like, wow, that's a major turning point.
Yeah, I was shocked, but it wasn't out of character.
No,
you know
not
what I
at
mean?
all.
I was like, yeah, you probably would.
totally
wouldn't
agree
you?
with
You
that.
go, well,
Yeah.
done with this.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to marry the Queen, but there ain't going to be one of them in a bit.
Right, the zombies are on the way.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
yeah.
Just brilliant character. Really nice to see him. I've seen a lot of people hating him. God, it's a hot topic, Jack Sparrow and all this stuff. But I think he's great. I think he's written really well. The finger up the bum line was just awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Perfect,
again to Jamie.
perfect. Where's his horn?
See, this is the dragon horn that he's got that can, in theory, control dragons. Why has he not
Yeah.
used that? Why have we not seen that in
I
action?
don't know. Maybe he's waiting to use that for the perfect moment.
That
'Cause
worries me.
I think it's because he wants to marry a queen,
Yeah.
but maybe he doesn't actually know which queen's going to win yet.
Yeah, he's just in
So if he
Daenerys
pulls
for the
that card
first
out
time.
now, he hasn't got that later.
That's true. Yeah, so we got some drama on the way. None of this drama's over yet.
Yeah.
Just under a year and a half to kill.
Oh, no, April, man, next year.
Yeah, dreams. So let's talk about Jaime Lannister. Him.
I really like Jaime Lannister in this season as well, actually. I think he got a nice chunk of screen time.
Yeah.
And he's back to redemption again, as they had that really nice arc for him in season 3.
Yeah.
Where he spent that time with Brienne and kind of became a human, and you understood his character and why he killed the king and all this.
Yeah.
It was really nice. And then they ruined it when he got back to King's Landing with
Got hooked up
Cersei.
with Cersei again.
And that was
Which again,
awful.
that works for his character. He's in love with her.
Yeah, true.
So
but he didn't have
it
to
works.
do it in front of a dead kid. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah,
come
right.
on, dudes.
Yeah.
I liked you, and now I don't know anymore.
Yeah, and again, I mean, the fact that he's now left her says everything
He's
about
kind of
it.
become this moral compass.
Yeah.
And he's definitely an internal struggle. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know whether he should be with her because he loves her.
Yeah.
But he knows she's wrong. He knows that she's murderous. He knows that she's mental.
But yeah, I mean, his character arc, like everybody else's really, but there's something special about his. I'll put money on it right now that he's going to kill one of the Night King's generals.
Totally.
Yeah.
He's got the right sword.
Yeah.
He's got the Valyrian steel sword,
Yeah.
definitely. So it's got to be done. And, he was the greatest swordsman.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of been a bit touch and go with his gold hand.
Yeah.
And I did love putting the glove on the gold hand, because my initial thought was, what, you cold, mate?
Yeah.
No one. But obviously he was just hiding the fact that he's a Lannister. He wants
Hiding the
to
fact
get
he's a
up there.
Lannister, and symbolically, that's him. The Lannister, the gold hand is a symbol of him being a Lannister, hiding that
Kinda
away.
leaving that
I'm heading
behind.
north.
Somebody said that they hope he still does it, but I don't think he is. I really want him to take an army with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd like that.
Because I'll see him a little bit as, a Gladiator. I
Yeah.
can't remember his character name now, but Russell Crowe. Kind of.
Maximus.
Yeah, he's not in charge, but the army will follow him.
Follow
because
him,
he's
yeah.
the general, and he fights from the front lines,
With
and he's
them,
always
yeah.
there with them. So I get the feeling he's got that kind of respect from his army.
I would hope
that
so.
they
yeah.
would follow him
Oh, that's a
instead of
nice.
Cersei.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, I hope that happens. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. I kind of just assumed he was on his own.
Yeah,
but
well,
he can't
kind of
be.
they made it look that he was
Yeah,
on his own.
But he's bound to have Bronn with him.
Oh yeah,
for,
Bronn's
you know,
got to
for
be there.
starters.
Because Bronn will just be like, well, I'll follow Jaime.
He ain't going to
And,
stay anywhere near
Tyrion's there as
Cersei, is he?
So, exactly.
Well, we'll be talking about that as well, because that's another issue that really bugs me. Let's talk about Cersei a little bit then. Is she pregnant?
Yeah.
Is it a lie?
Yeah, I think she's pregnant. I don't think it's a lie. Why would she lie?
Manipulate Jamie.
I think she's already got him pretty
I
manipulated.
think she has, yeah. There's the whole prophecy, isn't there? You'll have 3 children and your brother will kill you.
Oh, yeah.
So
Forgot about that.
she's always assumed it would be Tyrion, obviously.
Yeah.
But everybody kind of thinks that it's not.
Yeah.
Unless the baby kills her and it's another dwarf.
Possibly.
Which should be kind of poetic justice, I think, for her.
And it kind of would be her brother as well. That she's
Yeah.
giving birth to.
Yeah, right. Would it be brother? It would be a brother's son.
Oh, yeah.
So it would be a nephew,
Yeah.
daughter. Oh, who knows, man?
Who knows,
Incest is kind of really confusing.
Yeah, it is.
It makes it really
I can
difficult.
see why I don't do it.
Yeah, right. Just for the shenanigans alone.
Yeah, I
it's
just
no
can't
good,
think about
man.
it.
It's
I've
just
not
too
got the brain
complicated. Talking about Cersei, Olenna Tyrell's death, where she told Jamie that she killed Joffrey, or was responsible for killing Joffrey.
Yeah, I thought that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I was thinking Jamie was going to go absolutely nuts on her.
Yeah, I did.
Like, and just pull the sword and just cut her
Just
in
hack,
half.
yeah.
And just hack away at her. And in no nice, flimsy way or
Yeah.
anything. Just really just go to town. The mountain chopping off his horse's head style.
Yeah.
But he didn't. I was like, that's some restraint, man. He's
That's-
still got his honour. You know what I mean?
Utter shock, though. I mean, again, I don't want to talk about him too much, but the guy that plays Jamie Lannister, Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, he's incredible.
He really is.
Like Reek, like Theon. Just, it's all on the face.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's just every emotion is readable.
Yeah.
Just absolutely phenomenal. Olenna Tyrell's death was fantastic. That whole sort of war sequence where you realise that Tyrion had been outmanoeuvred
Yeah.
was a blinder.
It was.
Painful.
It was, because Daenerys has got this thing and she's got this head of steam built up.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, she's going to roll with the punches, she's going to get a few wins, and then
Yeah.
she just doesn't. Just
completely
stop
getting
dead.
destroyed.
You've
Yeah.
lost 2 armies.
Yeah, see ya.
Whoa.
And it's kind of all Tyrion's fault. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Tyrion then. He hasn't had a lot to do.
He hasn't had a lot to do. I've been a little bit disappointed with the quality of his dialogue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still not his performance of the dialogue.
Absolutely not, no.
His performance is still tip-top, as it always is. But I just think he hasn't been given meaty enough kind of monologues.
Yeah, if you
like
think
that
back
to roll with this season.
You think back to some of the stuff like, God of Tits and Wine.
Yeah.
I drink and I know things. He's had some real cracking lines. And I think that we kind of didn't get much of that this season. Why was he so creepy at the end when we saw Jon and Daenerys go into their cabin?
Yeah, that was strange, wasn't it?
Now, I've seen a couple of theories. The first theory I saw was that was his room, and he was just a bit, annoyed. I'm going to have to change the sheets, I think. But yeah, the big theory is, of course, that Cersei has said something to him about her. The last thing we saw in the meeting between Cersei and Tyrion was him saying, "You're pregnant." And after that, the scene cuts away, and then we see Cersei, for some reason, coming back to the meeting that she'd stormed out of.
Yeah.
So something has obviously been said. A deal has been arranged of some kind.
So, something's happened, and it's not the first time in that season that these off-screen conversations that have had massive implications for the rest of the season have happened. It's the same with Arya and Sansa.
Yeah.
There's definitely some off-screen conversations going there between Bran and everything that's hidden from us to give us the surprise.
So, of course.
So at some point next season, we're going to see a flashback of the rest of that conversation.
See, I can't see what Cersei could have said to him to make him suddenly worry about Jon and Daenerys doing the do.
Yeah, because she
instantly turned around and said, "I'm not doing any agreements that we made. By the way, I'm not doing any of those." She's instantly done that, so he's suddenly under no obligation to do that. This season he has kept mentioning succession, and he's obviously thinking about the long picture, and he's also mentioned democracy as well. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe he's saying to Cersei, if you have a kid, maybe I can arrange it so that at some point your kid is voted in as the leader of Westeros. Maybe. I don't know. It's It's all a
Interesting.
mystery.
It's interesting. It's a little bit too deep, that is, though, I think.
We'll see how
It's-
that goes.
Yeah, it's one of those too early to tell kind of
Yeah,
deals.
it was just a really off moment for him, I thought, because he looked so concerned about it. When I thought he'd be like, "Yes, got those two
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
I'm a legend
I mean,
matchmaker."
even if he knows that they're related somehow, like Cersei's
Yeah.
would know somehow that they were. Maybe Qyburn's got some secret stuff going on. But even then, everyone knows that the Targaryens keep it in the family, as it were.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't worry anyone.
Nobody seems to be bothered about that at all.
No.
Daenerys, then, overall this season, I think her acting has improved significantly.
Yeah, well, she blew a shot in Hollywood, didn't she, really?
That's
In
true, yeah.
Terminator, so she was like,
yeah.
oh, actually, let's put some more effort back into this Game of
This,
Thrones.
yeah.
See if somebody give me another shot.
Yeah, she's shown up in something else big as well this year, isn't she? But overall, I was impressed with her. She's looks amazingly cool on a dragon.
I was really impressed with her wardrobe selections.
Nice.
Like, on point, man.
Yeah.
Like that last episode with the meeting, and she's got the cape, but it's actually dragon scale. She's
Nice.
like, oh, you look really cool, actually.
But, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
nice.
one of the things that people are really talking about a lot, is the costume design.
Yeah, even the mountain looks fabulous.
They
man.
all look really good. Yeah. You're like, wow, I'd dress like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Did you see the
that's
thing
all
about all the Jon Snow's coat things all come from IKEA? They get the white rugs from IKEA, cut them, dye them
Yeah.
black, and that's it, you're done.
Oh, brilliant.
All the cosplayers are running out and going to IKEA. But yeah, okay, so let's talk about Jon Snow and Daenerys then. So they've banged.
Yeah, the last scene was them.
Yeah.
And giving it some.
And I don't want to sound like funny about it, but Jon Snow's bum is really round, man. How much exercise? I mean, how much exercise do you actually have to do to get a butt like that?
Yeah,
Because
I
I want
know.
the Jon Snow exercise workout regime.
Oh, yeah.
I want it.
Oh, you want to?
I need
I
that.
think you've got to fight a couple of wars.
Damn it!
You're
I
hiking in the
ain't doing
mountains
that again.
and never eat.
And never-
When
yeah,
you
that's
see
true.
that guy eat, you know what I mean? He's not no banquets, is he?
That's a really good point.
You know what I mean? When does he eat? When's he had time to eat?
Yeah,
When
right.
he's not mining. When he's not
Quickly drawing things on the walls of caves.
Yeah. When he's not battling the undead.
Yeah.
When he's not showing off to his new girlfriend.
That's a really weird point, actually, because in the book, certainly, and even in the series, food has played a really big part of it. I mean, the book's very specifically, there's whole pages describing, like, the chicken fat dribbling down beards. Sometimes it's too much.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now that you say that, there's no food. Maybe that's kind of a point. Maybe there's not enough food.
Well, there was in earlier seasons. There's people having banquets. And
Yeah,
even in
winter's
Winterfell
coming, I
and
suppose.
stuff. Maybe winter's coming. Or maybe it was just a fact of we've got
No
to get
time.
this story
Yeah,
told in 7
quick, yeah.
episodes.
Get to the shagging, quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut the food.
But, yeah, so he's definitely a Targaryen, which we all knew anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice to have it all confirmed. It's going to be very weird when he finds out that he's not.
It is.
He's not a Stark. Well, he's not a Snow. He's an actual Targaryen. Aegon Targaryen.
Well, he's kind of a Stark as well.
I mean, it's like
His
Guardians of
mum
the
is
Galaxy.
still
It's
a
Guardians
Stark.
of the Galaxy too. He may have been your dad, but I'm your pappy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, Jon and Dany. Everybody's been waiting for that to happen, for them to meet.
I kind of didn't want it to happen.
Did you not? Did you? I've been waiting for them to meet. Certainly, I didn't expect them to.
They definitely meet, but not MEAT meet. I didn't
Yeah.
kind of want that to happen. I
I could have.
kind of find the two protagonists fall in love and battle the world thing and use their love to defeat all.
Yeah.
It's a little bit hack.
I think we're still in for some surprises there. One of them's going to die. I assume it's going to be Daenerys, quite frankly.
Yeah, me too.
And Jon will obviously take over and be the king of the
Because
world.
he's the rightful heir.
Because he is the prince who was promised, it seems.
Or because neither of those are actually princes. Oh, actually, no. Now you find out.
Now he's a Targaryen.
Now he's
He's
Targaryen. He
a
actually
prince.
is, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
But my original thought was she's a queen and he's a king because he's king in the north.
Yeah.
So will their child be the prince that was promised?
Well, he'll. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. He won't. He's now not going to be the king of the north, though, is he? He's going to be the warden of the
Yeah,
north,
that's
like
true, yeah,
like
yeah.
Ned.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Overall, I think that's pretty much all of the characters that we've seen.
Main arcs. I mean, the one share I do want to give to didn't have much time on screen, but I really enjoyed Gendry.
Now, I do want to talk about him. Let's talk about that now then. In the list of things that I don't like about this season is the nods to the audience and the nods to the internet memes. And there's been this constant joke online about the fact that Gendry has been off rowing for 4 seasons.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
and, of course, Davos gave that joke about, I thought you'd still be rowing.
Yeah.
And it kind of took me out of the show a little bit as like he's literally done that for Reddit.
Yeah.
He's done that for 4chan so that they can joke about that. And, look, we made our influence.
And then when he gets down to the beach, he looks back and instead of a boat and he looks disappointed.
Yeah.
There's a second one in there.
And that kind of bugs me. Yes, it's great to see Gendry back. Absolutely agree. But there's a few bits like that as well, like the Sand Snakes, where the internet hated them. The general public seemed to hate them. So what they did is got rid of them, just killed them. And I don't know that would have been the storyline if the internet hadn't hated them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I kind of don't want the internet to influence it that much.
Yeah, it's a whole thing that affects the culture as a whole.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be give the people what they want. It's
Shock them.
Yeah, give them what they need.
Yeah.
When you start asking, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? And I will be that person. That never works. People don't know what they want. I didn't know I wanted Game of Thrones until they started giving me these shock sequences and breaking the wheel in terms of how they make TV episodes and the plotting and the storylines of it and stuff. I didn't know I wanted it until I got it. So why now are they kind of bowing to it? It's already the biggest TV show in the world. They could do what they wanted.
They could kill everyone off.
Yeah, whether people liked it or not, it'd still be the top-rated show.
Yeah.
So they can do whatever they want.
There was an old joke about the fact that the last George R.R. Martin book is going to be 7,000 pages just describing snow falling across the desolate Westeros.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I'd probably watch that season.
Yeah,
just
totally.
Totally. It's 10 minutes looking at the Hound dead, and then we're going to go. Do you know what I mean? So they can literally do anything at this point, and I'll probably still be quite content with it. But yeah, it just those little things really did.
But back to Gendry. One thing I didn't like, we mentioned it earlier about banter, but I really like him and Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Kind of taking on the roles of Ned Stark.
And Baratheon.
And Baratheon kind of thing. I thought that was really nice.
It was a really nice throwback. They instantly fell into it as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Again, the dialogue's just been so good. The fact that he said, I won't say anything about who I am. Oh, by the way, this is exactly who I am. By the way,
immediately,
just so brilliant. And Davos is just literally, don't mind me. I'm just old. I just managed to live to, be old. Just fantastic stuff. Yeah, I'm glad Gendry's back. I'm glad he had a bit of a rant at the, the fire cult as he was heading north of them.
Yeah, that was quite nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. Nice. So, ultimately like it.
One thing we haven't mentioned before we go on to the pros and cons of the season as a whole. Is Tormund and Broderick is his name. What's his name now? The fire guy who keeps getting brought back to life. Yeah. Are they dead?
No. I think those two are both. Certainly, Tormund is too big a character.
Yeah.
At this moment,
they deserve on-screen deaths.
Absolutely,
for sure. Because he's been brought back to life so many times. He can't just die by falling debris. Yeah. But at the same time, they were at the very tippy top of that wall.
Yeah. No, I think if you watch it, how many times have you seen the episode?
Once.
If you watch it, the part that falls, he is the furthest from it, Tormund. So I think it's safe to say that he survived. We're now going to put up with a year and a half for people analysing that sequence to see if Tormund survives, and then they'll just in the opening scene, they'll just have his hand coming out of the snow, and so he did survive.
Yeah.
So I think,
or will they just be dead people?
No, I don't.
The army of the dead.
Don't think so. No, I think they'll climb out of the snow, they'll leg it, and they'll get down to Winterfell and say, "Look out. Zombies right behind us, guys."
They're having a stroll.
Yeah, they're on the way, man.
They ain't rushing.
So let's talk about the ending then. Let's talk about the dragon knocking the wall down.
Yeah, very cool.
Perfect place to end it, I thought. It was a nice bookmark to the season.
I knew that season was going to end with the wall coming down. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, I'm glad it did.
The surprise for me was I always thought I was backing that whole theory that there was a dragon in the wall.
In the wall, yeah.
And as soon as that dragon got taken out of the sky in the previous episode, I was like, I'm wrong. I'm totally wrong.
Yeah,
and I love being wrong. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
So, but I knew the wall was going to come down.
I've seen a lot of people complaining about, how does an ice-breathing dragon knock down a wall of ice? And I've got a few things to say about that. First of all, we don't know that it's ice that it's breathing. It could just be really fire.
Yes.
Even if it is ice, it's really cold ice, obviously, and just
very
like the
brittle.
laws of physics, something like it's going to hit. It's kinetic energy. It's going to knock it down.
Yeah.
So people moaning about that.
I didn't see gallons and gallons of water coming from it.
No.
So it could still be ice. You know
Could,
what I mean?
yeah. What would have been funny is if it just built up the wall instead.
Yeah,
and then they all
fucking
turned
USA.
around and went, we just don't want to be anything to do with you guys. You living guys are mad.
Just double the height.
yeah. So, yeah, little thing I didn't like, not one scene in every episode of Ghost. Not one.
Yes, I was so frustrated. There's so many times when they could have brought Ghost in.
Just have him chilling on the rug.
Yeah, man. Just to know he's still there. I was questioning, and I even went back and watched a few episodes. I'm like, did Ghost die?
No.
And I missed it, or what? What's going on?
For the Battle of the Bastards, they admitted that they had the choice of having the giant in it or having Ghost.
Yeah.
And they went with the giant.
Yeah, totally agree.
Totally agree. But I kind of still want to see the wolf.
I still want to know he's alive.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have to be doing really cool stuff.
Mention him once.
Yeah, mention that you've got a dog and he's your lifelong companion.
Yeah,
for
right.
God's sake. You know
Oh,
what I
you've
mean?
got dragons. I've got a wolf.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really big, man. You should check this out. You know what I mean? Anything.
I can't ride it. Well, I
I might be able to, yeah.
Should we ride it?
Nymeria looked huge, man.
Yeah, really did, yeah.
Oh, that was such a cool scene. Yeah, I loved it.
Something I think they were trying to avoid was the AMC's pitfall, where they do really terrible CGI in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And it pulls everyone out. Like, I'm sure everyone remembers the deer from the last season.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they just didn't want to do that, so that was their reason.
Yeah, which, again, I understand. I mean, I'm sure they could spend £1 billion on each episode now, I'm sure, and still make money off of it. So I think that this whole, we can't afford to do the special effects, I think that's starting to wear a little bit thin now.
It is a little bit.
I could see it for the last season, but not for this one. It's been too big, even despite all the hacks and all the the leaks and stuff. It's still the most watched TV show on the planet, as far as I'm aware.
That last episode was the most watched TV. I think it was definitely the most watched Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. It's the biggest show in the world at the moment. You can spend some coin. Just give us the goddamn dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I don't even have to see it, though. It's like you said earlier. Just mention him.
Yeah.
Just mention him.
Yeah.
Oh, Ghost, he's chilling, brother. Oh, wait, it meets Sansa. Oh, where's Ghost? Oh,
Yeah.
He's
He just legged off. He's
He's
hunting.
in the stables, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just chilling.
So it's not hard, is it? Come on.
Yeah.
Just come on, writers. So, yeah, overall, what do you think's going to happen next?
What do I think's going to happen
We've
next?
pretty much got a season now of 2 women who have been impregnated via incest trying to win a throne.
I know. There's what I want to happen and there's what I think will happen.
Right.
And what I want to happen is everyone dies and the White Walkers win.
Yeah, same. Team Night King, baby.
Yep. And I know it's a very pessimistic look at the world, and it's not very hopeful, but yeah, it's who I am. Screw it. If I was going to write it, that's how I'd do it.
I think I would as well.
And really drive home the fact of all of this is child's play, and it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
Because if you take it as an allegory for
climate change,
then that's what would happen.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you're all screwed.
I think if you're going to go that route, then you sort of have all the big battles, and then you finally end with the Night King sitting on the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
And it turns out that one of the swords in the Iron Throne is made of Valyrian steel,
And he just bursts.
and then he dies, and all the other zombies die as well, and then that's it, death.
Okay, so there's 2 points I want to make now. So another reason why I think that could happen, and some of the spin-offs might be what happens after this,
Yeah, could be.
is we've got Valeria, where nobody can go because it's full of all those stone people.
Yeah.
That's like a quarantine section of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Westeros could easily become that. We can't go to Westeros anymore.
Yeah.
It's full of White Walkers. It'd be quite nice to see how Dawn and everything, what the rest of the world does while that's all happened. Whether anyone else in the world actually cares.
If they care, or if
A lot of them don't seem to.
or would the White Walkers even just carry on and just keep going? They've got dragons, they've got ships, I suppose.
Yeah. Yes, and my second point was actually a downside that I really didn't like, and it was the whole when you kill one of the White Walkers, all of the people it turns die. I was so annoyed at that.
That's disappointing. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not watching Independence Day. I don't want to see a Deus Machina. We're at the end of the film. We need to end it in 10 minutes of the final act.
Yeah, so we'll kill that one guy and it'll kill everybody.
Yeah,
I agree.
I hated that with a passion, and if that's how it ends, I will
disappointing.
It will go from my favourite TV show to my second favourite TV show.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad will go back at number 1 because it has a complete and nice ending.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, that was a real shocker. I haven't seen a lot of people complaining about it much either. But yeah, I really surprised me.
Yeah.
And when it did happen, there was one that was left over, and just so happened that they need one.
Yeah.
No.
It was the worst thing about it. And honestly, if that's how it ends, it will ruin the whole thing, retroactively ruin it.
And
all
I
for
think
me.
that probably will be how it ends, because the Hound, or one of the people on that rock did say, we've got a shortcut here. If you just kill him, it'll kill all of them.
Broderick, wasn't it? Or whatever his name is.
So that'll be annoying. I am looking forward to seeing the mercenaries that Cersei has ordered.
Yeah, with the war elephants and stuff.
With the war elephants. I want to see a load of war elephants, all topped with dragon-killing ballistas.
Yeah.
Give me some of that.
Yeah, that would be quite interesting.
The finest moment in Lord of the Rings is undoubtedly that final battle with the war elephants.
Yeah.
Give me some more of that. I want that.
That would be
and
great.
Dragons.
But are they going to spend the budget on that and then we don't get the wolf?
I get yeah, right.
Because I want some goddamn wolves in that last season.
Hounds in it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Jaime and Bran meeting. I think that's going to be weird.
Oh, Jaime and Bran, of course.
Yeah, because Bran's not going to care.
No, he's not.
But everyone else probably will.
Yeah.
So that's going to be weird.
Has he told anyone yet? Has Bran actually told anyone who pushed him out the window?
Don't think he has he?
He's waiting a while, isn't he?
He's keeping that to himself, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did he couldn't remember it, if I remember rightly.
Oh, was that what it was? He couldn't remember?
Yeah, so that'll be weird.
So many seasons ago.
Because I bet Bran has now watched that.
Yeah.
In his Google brain.
Yeah.
Brutal. I'm really looking forward to the Jon and Arya reunion.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Yeah, I might shed a manly tear when that happens.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah. How about Ned Stark?
We didn't talk about Ned Stark.
No, we didn't talk about Ned Stark.
That's a good point. Now, for someone who died at the end of season 1, if you've got this far without worrying about spoilers, then
yeah.
But yeah, for someone who's not been in it for so long, he had such a big influence on this season.
Yeah, he really did.
And I think that was really, really cool to see and cool to hear almost everybody talking about him specifically and the influence that he had. He basically won the Game of Thrones,
he did.
As far as I can tell.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant. I do find it slightly annoying that everybody has been talking about Ned Stark and not one of them has mentioned the mum.
No, but if you think about it, Arya didn't really get on with her mum.
True.
Because her mum wanted to be a princess and she didn't want to be a princess.
Yeah.
I suppose the only one who would be Sansa.
Yeah.
Because Jon didn't get on with her either. She hated them.
Yeah,
didn't she?
that's true.
She hated him. And it was more. I've totally forgot the other Stark's name. He died so long ago.
Dead.
What's he called?
God. Who's the one that didn't zigzag?
The young wolf.
Rickon?
No, there's Rickon. Yeah. Rickon. Actually, it's Dickon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Robb Stark, obviously.
Yeah.
He was the only one that was really close to the mum, I guess.
He was the mommy's boy, wasn't he? Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. So I can kind of see why nobody's really mentioning her because she's kind of irrelevant, I guess. Too.
And Ned Stark was the moral compass. Although I did like the fact that you find out that Robert's rebellion was based on a lie.
Yeah.
Because this whole time we've been thinking they were the righteous ones, taking out the Mad King, giving the power back to the people as it were in a monarchy sort of way. And actually they weren't.
Yeah. And the fact that Ned was the only one that knew that.
Yeah.
And kept
but
it to
carried
himself.
on anyway, but for the family. He did it for the family.
And knowing full well that his own honour would take a bit of a knock because of the fact that he shows up with this son.
Yeah.
That he had to put up with his wife. His wife's regret about the whole thing and her loathing of the kid.
Do you think he told his wife? Do you think he told her?
No, I don't think he told anybody.
Wow.
I'm sure we'll find out more, but yeah, Ned totally owned it, man. This was Ned's season, all in all. The baby that he saved has become king of the world, almost, pretty much.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Just incredible.
I don't want to end it on a bad note, so we'll try and find a good note to end it on. It was generally good, but we haven't talked about being rushed.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah. Do you think it was rushed?
Yes, I think it suffered at points where we see the Battle of the Loot Train, which is brilliant, and then Daenerys comes back to Dragonstone, and it's immediately rammed into, we need a nice moment with Jon and the Dragons. This is probably the last time we're going to be able to do this. So, he needs to give him a stroke on the nose to give him that connection later. Yeah. And it felt really forced and a little bit irritating that they haven't taken their time.
Honestly, that moment I didn't even consider that. I think that was a brilliant moment.
It was a brilliant moment, but where it was in the timeline of what's just happened,
Just had a massive
surely
battle.
she'd want to get off that dragon and go, oh, God.
Yeah, can get piles sitting on it. Why hasn't anyone made
Get
me
a
a seat
seat.
yet? For God's sake, it's really
Cushion.
spiky.
Come on.
Yeah, maybe she likes the spikes.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, some of the speeds at which people are travelling suddenly around the country,
Yeah.
they're kind of distracting a little bit, but at the same time, I think we've earned that.
Yeah, it's kind of... It's a good and a bad thing. It feels like we've waited a long time for the war to begin, and now the war's begun, and they don't want to mess around.
No.
Stuff like the penultimate episode with the battle beyond the wall. John falls in the ice. He comes back out the ice.
Yeah.
He's back with the good guys before that episode's ended.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel if that would have happened 3 seasons ago, that would have been like a 3-episode arc.
Absolutely,
Of
yeah.
him, surviving
Him
and getting on
binging,
and being
struggling,
yeah,
and backstory.
be a
which-
bit
which I
revenant
love.
kind of way.
And I'd be happy if they did that.
Totally.
If
But I
H-
understand why they're not.
If
gonna do
HBO had
that.
said you can make each season 20 episodes long, then I'd be up for that.
Yeah, totally.
But that's their decision. That's what they've done, and the writers are really just trying to keep up with that pace now. They
Yeah.
know where each season's got to end, and they've got to get to that point.
But it does mean that we're missing out on some really good characters and great actors who
Yeah.
usually have some great dialogue, like Viserys.
Yeah,
Varys. He's a brilliant actor. And
been
he's
again
had some-
very underused. Yeah,
Yeah. I think he's been in like 3 or 4 scenes for the whole season.
And one of those he was getting told off.
Yeah. I was really disappointed with that. I want him to be cool, man. He's a cool guy.
He is, yeah. He did have a nice moment with Tyrion, to be fair, didn't he? When they were looking at when he's got the envelope, he goes, "Oh, I've got a Raven message here."
Yeah,
He goes, "Oh, what does it say?" "Oh, I don't know. It's a sealed message for the King of the North. It's sealed and everything." "Yeah, but what does it say?" "Oh, well, actually, it says this."
Nothing interesting.
It's like, yeah, boom.
That was
beautiful.
nice. Yeah, he did have a couple of nice bits, but
I think every single
it's a little bit
character has had
wasted.
their one awesome moment.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
Varys, it was that.
Yeah.
I mean, even like we mentioned, Brienne earlier hasn't really had. She had that one with Arya.
Yeah.
They did a sword fight. I was
Oh,
just
I totally forgot about that.
incredibly
God
cool.
damn, that was brilliant.
Yeah, just
And
fantastic.
Arya got kicked in the chest so hard.
Yeah,
She's
and then
still like,
straight
"Oh."
back up again. Boom. Yeah. So ultimately, I'm very happy with Game of Thrones.
Yes, I still cannot wait for the last season.
Yeah.
And if they ruin it by having a big...
Yeah, zombies all fall to the ground, instantly win. Yeah, that would be very.
I'm not watching The Phantom Menace. I don't want to see that again.
Yeah, or the Avengers. It's
Yeah,
I've seen it too many times now. It is a cop out. Give us some meat. Let's see it
Yeah,
properly.
yeah.
If it comes down to all the zombies are dead and it's the Night King versus Jon Snow, both with swords, I want that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't. If that happens and then all the zombies fall down, that's not good enough. Mid battle, I want to see it come to a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah.
We've just got a long time to wait. It could be a year. It could be a year and a half. We shall see.
God damn. Well, I've heard they've already started filming.
Yeah, some of the scenes have been shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously it's going to be a non-stop, 24-hour, year-round production now.
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody working on it.
Yeah, if you think how long it takes to make a film is a couple of years when they've got all the money in the world. Now, these guys are trying to make 7 films in the space of a year. Then you can kind of forgive them for
right.
taking a little bit longer about it. It still doesn't mean I'm not going to be impatient about it and moan
Absolutely,
and bitch.
moan constantly.
Yeah, but I understand
Yeah.
totally.
The director that did the Battle of the Bastards episode didn't do any of the episodes this season, and everyone was a bit
I thought that was a
concerned.
bit strange.
No, he's off been doing stuff for Netflix.
Ah, okay.
But he's coming back for the last season. I didn't notice his absence.
No.
Didn't notice it at all. The battles have all been perfectly fine, but brilliant. In fact, I think the like I said before, the loot train, beautiful, best one so far.
But
So,
I think it's a strange trope between movies and TV shows, where in movies the director seems to get a hell of a lot of credit,
Yeah.
whereas in TV it's more the writers that
That's
get,
true,
that get
yeah.
the majority share of the credit, which I think rightly so.
Yeah, nice to see the writers getting a shout. To be fair,
Definitely.
Yeah. So that was our roundup of Game of Thrones season 7, and kind of a roundup of Game of Thrones, all of it up to where we are now.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, because if the next season's terrible, then we're not making another one of these.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So we'll see you in a year and a half, I guess.
Yeah. Bye.